We are 1 month into the new year. Let me ask you something. How are your New Year's resolutions going? Did you stick to them or have you already quit and failed? Did you know that according to research, about 60% of us set New Year's resolutions, and after only 1 month, meaning like by today, less than 25% of them are still going strong. And at the end of the year, that percentage of people that actually stick to their New Year's resolutions and actually achieved them is only 8%. So why is that? We all start off with the same desire. We all start off with the same drive, the same intention to do all these amazing New Year's resolutions and things that we're setting off to do. So what is different about the 8% of us that be able to make it all the way to the end and are strong enough to achieve our goals? Well, the answer might not be as crazy as you think. And by the end of this video, you too will have the mindset and ability to hit every goal you set and become a real estate millionaire. Now, the craziest and stupidest way to learn, which I was dumb enough to do when I was younger, is to learn through trial and error. It's like being on the edge of the woods, and the woods, they're like 4 miles thick, and right on the other side of the woods is paradise, right? It's paradise, it's right there. And you're just standing there and you're like, nah, I'm just gonna run around the woods and I'm gonna try to figure it out. I mean, you're literally just like running around aimlessly in circles, running into prickers and briars, and you're getting all beat up by the bushes and you fall off a cliff. And there's literally this guy, he's standing there, he's standing right next to you and he's willing to sell you a map, the quick way right through the woods. And you're like, no, I'm just gonna run around. I don't need a map, I'm gonna do this my way. I'm gonna wing it until I figure it out. So many people do that. So I wanna compliment you and commend you for investing your time into getting the blueprint. The fact that you're watching this YouTube video right now just tells me that you're one of the few percent of people that's gonna go further, faster. You're gonna shoot right past your goals as long as you just don't give up. Now, I know this real estate thing is a lot to digest. I've been there. I've really struggled in the beginning, especially when you're also not only trying to learn real estate, but you're also trying to live your life and spend time with friends and family, and maybe you have another job. From lead generation to talking to buyers and sellers, to analyzing deals, to wholesaling strategy, to rehabbing, to raising money, or just figuring it all out. It's so much. But I want you to think about this. Rome wasn't built in a day. Now, I know that's been said so many different times, but do you know what Kaizen is? Kaizen is the art of one little piece at a time. It's like saying, how do you eat an elephant, right? You eat a real estate elephant one bite at a time. How do you run a 1,000-mile race? One step at a time. Kaizen came into play after World War II when Japan was just completely decimated by atomic bombs. And they were sitting there and they're looking at this just disaster of a landscape. The entire city was leveled. And they're like, how do you rebuild this? How do you rebuild an entire city? And it can feel so overwhelming with all the different decisions that you have to make. And it was actually an American who went in and spent some time in Japan and taught them this concept of Kaizen, just one little piece at a time. Let's just clear out a little space over there. Let's just build one house. In all this turmoil, let's build one house. And then when that house is done, let's just celebrate, and then let's build another house right next to it, and then another house right next to it, and then another house right next to it. And they rebuilt Japan bigger and better than it ever was, one little brick at a time. But what happens with the real estate business a lot of times is, like anything new in your life, we look at it and it's like, I'm going to be in this real estate business, and it's this big, heavy thought. It's this overwhelming thought, like, oh my God, I got to be in the real estate business. I got to learn all this stuff about real estate and how to do sales and negotiation and all this stuff. And then finally you go, no, I'm just going to be in the wholesaling business. I'm going to be in the wholesale business, right? And every day you're like, I'm going to be a wholesaler, but there's all these moving parts. What I'd like you to think about right now, right this second, is to really just chunk this concept down even further. Go further. I'm in real estate, I'm in wholesaling, chunk it down even further. You're not in the business of doing it all. You're in the business of doing little things in a synchronized way, right? So let's just say you want to get a virtual assistant, right? This could be anything, but I'm using a virtual assistant as an example because a lot of my successful students use VAs. So let's just say you want to hire a VA for your investing business, and normally that's like step 10, but you're all the way back here on step number 1 because you're just getting started. So anyway, you could say, That's one of the components of real estate. No, it's a component of wholesaling or next level wholesaling. But this is what I want to say to you. What if you said, tomorrow, I'm going to take just 1 hour and I'm going to go to Upwork.com and I'm going to put out an ad for a Filipino VA. I'm going to search for exactly who I'm looking for. I'm going to talk to 3 or 4 people. I'm going to negotiate their rates. I'm going to spend 2 hours on it. Let's not just say an hour. Let's spend 2 hours on it with no interruptions, without your cell phone, without checking social media, without the kids running into your office, disturbing you. Right now, we're going to call this productive time, just focused on finding a VA. And at the end of 2 hours, what would you have? You have a virtual assistant ready to do your real estate business. Now, this is something that we don't do in today's world because there's so many damn distractions going on. We think about being productive. We think about getting a lot done, and then we're not. Right? We're not, because like phones, like I said, checking Facebook and checking social media, we're constantly distracted and it's right there in the palm of our hands. And we're like, oh my God, did I get any clicks? Did I get a social reaction? Did I get likes? Did I get followers? What I want to urge you to do right now is I want you to just chop things down into little pieces and schedule it with deadlines. Right? Goals don't become real until you put a time limit on it. Right? That's when goals materialize. So take those tasks and chunk them down into bite-sized pieces, put a time frame on it. All right? And while you're working on it, don't do anything else. I call this flow state. That's when, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like when you're in the groove, whatever you want to call it. I just know that so many times, so many people, they think that they're trying, but they get distracted so easily, and they end up at the end of their day feeling no progress. They're totally unhappy, and it's like death by 1,000 cuts, right? They're running on a treadmill, and they put the treadmill from 7 to 10. I know you know what I'm talking about right here. You put the treadmill from 7 to 10, and you're going as fast as you can. But the reality is, we need to get you off the treadmill, right? We got to get you over here to the ladder, and you got to walk up the ladder. You got to walk up the income ladder by actually getting stuff done. So what I'd like for you to think about as you watch this video is just learn from me piece by piece. Watch, as you're watching all my YouTube videos, or if you come in and you take any of my courses, I tell all my students this. If you look at it in its entirety, it's too much. It's too overwhelming. All right, you got to chunk it down and you just got to go piece by piece. Look at it and just say, yeah, I want to do that. I want to do it all, right? But I can only do this one thing and I'm going to schedule it. Listen, you might have another job. You might be doing other things. I totally understand that. But don't just say, I'm going to get to it next week. No, create a calendar, go in your phone, say next Tuesday from 3 to 6, I'm working on this section, and I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to the library. I'm not going to Starbucks. I'm not going upstairs to, check out what the family's doing. I'm going to go in my room, and I'm going to lock the door. All right? I'm not doing text messages. I'm not doing social media. I'm not doing anything. I'm going to focus on this. And then when you do, this is Kaizen. You're going to be like, oh my God, I'm done. I did it for this period of time. I scheduled it and I banged it out and I got it done. Now I got some leads coming in. You're like, okay, this is working. Next Tuesday, I'm going to do this. And then Friday, I'm going to schedule this. And then Sunday, I could squeeze in an hour here and I could do this. And then all of a sudden, all of these pieces start stacking on top of each other. And then all of a sudden, you're starting to feel progress. And it's like Japan. There's another house. There's another house. There's another house. Then all of a sudden, it looks like a neighborhood. And instead of stressing all the time, now you're rewarding yourself all the time. You're getting all those things lined up so that all of a sudden you get that first deal done. And then you reward yourself again. And then you set a new goal. You give yourself a blue ribbon every single time you do those money-making activities. You celebrate. You go to dinner. You take out your husband. You take out your wife. You go get a massage. You just do something special for yourself. And it's like this reward system that just keeps building, and you get one little piece done at a time. This is not about, I'm a winner only when I get to the closing table, only when I'm cashing a deal check. No, you're a winner all the way through all of these little steps. And then all of a sudden you turn around one day and you're sitting at escrow and you're at the title company and you're getting that check. And that check is a byproduct of all the little wins. So if you can get in the mindset of little wins stacking on top of each other, win after win after win, all right, and you're going to turn around and all of a sudden you're going to be like, I'm in this business and I'm good at this business. And you're going to be successful and you're going to be cranking it, you're going to be killing it, and everybody's going to know that you're killing it, and they're going to go, how did he do it? How did she do it? right? I know you're busy, but you're busy because you're prioritized working on the right activities, because you learn from the best of the best. And when you scheduled the time and you put a dang deadline on it, you finally started getting stuff done. Let me ask you something real fast before I let you go. Does anything that we're not committed to work? Think about that for a second. Does a relationship you're not committed to work? Does a diet that you're not committed to work? Does going to the gym and you're not committed and you're off on the corner tweeting and doing social media, does that work? How do you think making more money is going to work for you if you're not committed? Now, I'm not saying commit full time, all right? You don't have to go to the gym full time. You know, maybe go to the gym for a few hours a week, but I mean, can you imagine like if you were at the gym all day long, every single day of the week? I mean, maybe if you want to be a professional bodybuilder, but like the reality is you just schedule some time, you go there an hour at a time, you get committed, and then you start getting the results, right? It's not being on social media, it's not getting distracted, it's not death by 1,000 cuts, it's not texting while you're at the gym all day, you're not going to text your way to getting into shape. You can watch all the YouTube videos in the world. You can listen to me until I'm blue in the face. If you don't put this action into play and this knowledge into action, I guess is what I'm trying to say, all right, you're not going to get the results, right? By osmosis, your bank account's not going to like magically fill up just because you watch some YouTube videos. I'm here to tell you like it is, and I don't want you to give up on yourself. I don't want you to get distracted, and I don't want you to quit this real estate business because it's magic what happens when you finally come out the other end, all right? The skills and the capabilities and the things that I'm teaching you here work, right? They work. You just have to put it into action and focus on the right things. So what I'm telling you here is, you know, just go through all my YouTube videos, go one video at a time, and then take it out of there, schedule it, and put it to work for you, all right? Whether it's lead gen or due diligence or learning, you know, different strategies, just take it one bite at a time. All right, that's all I have for you in today's training video. I hope you got some value out of this. You got that mindset of a real estate millionaire. Remember, this is the most important real estate we got, right? So hope you got something from this. If you did, drop me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this one. I appreciate you. Smash that like button to help a brother out, get this YouTube video out in the hands of as many people that want to break free of the rat race through creative real estate investing as possible. Till next time, I'm Cody Sperber, Clever Investor, signing off for now. Till then, take care, comb your hair, Sperber out.